Documentation for an individual assessment, for any assessment, can easily be tracked and assigned, and I'll show you how to do that now. So let's say I chose this XYZ Corp November 2019 assessment. I can then go into Tools and then Manage Artifacts. So when it comes to documentation for an assessment, documentation in AuditorSense is called an artifact. So if you go and click here and Manage Artifacts, now artifacts are essentially put in a bucket, an artifact bucket, where you're able to put in whatever documentation that you're going to need or you do need for any individual assessment. Now these artifacts are unique to any individual assessment, because typically you don't want to have an assessment and then whether it's another organization or next year, you generally start out with all fresh new documentation that's updated. So the whole idea with artifacts is artifacts are placed into a bucket, essentially. So it's a bucket of documentation for this particular assessment. From here, you can do a number of things. Now, if you want to add an artifact, you can easily click Add New, and you can give it an artifact number. You want to give it a unique artifact number, let's say 10,006. You can give it a file name, which is just a nice name, which is going to be displayed. So this could be something like sample network diagram, or actually forget sample, just network diagram. And a link. Now in AuditorSense, in order to keep data as secure as possible, what we do is we have the ability to link out to other document repositories. So something like SharePoint or maybe an S3 bucket or Dropbox, whatever remote location the documentation sits in, you can actually add that link. It may not even be documentation. It could be a website. It could be some web-based location. So in our case, maybe we're just going to go to www.google.com. And in here you can put in a date in which we say notified, a date in which the organization notified the auditor that that information was up there and valid. And then upload is pretty much the date in which it was put into the system. So all you have to do is do that. You click create, and now we have this artifact here, and you can see that URL that is right here. So once we have all of these artifacts in a bucket, then the next thing is to assign artifacts or to link artifacts to a particular control item. And I'll show you how to do that.